Okay, so alright. I'm actually not live on this video. I'm pre-recording this and then I'm gonna be posting it. Somebody needs help on Facebook. And I am going to switch over to AI here, Illustrator. Okay. So this person has this image. We go ahead and create a new document here. Paste in the image. Come on, Illustrator. Thank you. Alright, so he has this image of this bolt. I'm going to go ahead and bring this to square. That way I can better understand what the bolt should look like. And what he wants to do is, lightning bolt I should say, is he wants to recreate this, but have the three-dimensional drop in it at the same time. Okay, so it's actually 3D off to the right. So what we're going to do is first, I'm going to figure out, I want to replicate that texture. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to create a tiny little square. Almost a pixel. And I'm going to duplicate it. It should be 8 by 8. Okay. And we duplicate it down. Same way. Okay. That aside. I'm going to make it brighter gray. Oop. And then I'm going to deselect a couple of the squares randomly. And then go in and find another color. Deselect a couple of the squares randomly. Find another color. Then I'm going to do the same thing. Deselect a couple squares. Find another color. Just deselect two. Getting there. And the reason why I'm doing it is deselect. And actually I think that's perfect. Okay, so there's my texture. I'm going to group that. I'm going to leave it on my desktop here. But I'm going to go ahead and bring it over into my art palette. Or my swatches palette. And create a swatch out of it. I don't know why I see the squares, but that's okay. I'm going to put my swatch palette back because I like it off to the side. Now I'm going to put this back in position so that way I can see where I was. I'm going to go ahead and apply that swatch in the appearance palettes to that upper fill. Now, I don't like that it's a perfect pattern. So what I'm going to do is after I've applied it, I'm going to go into my pattern panel. So you go into pattern options and I'm going to double click it. Now I've got my pattern, and instead of grid, I'm going to want hexagon column. Now the reason why I want that is because I do want it to cut in to the original shape here. And it looked like it did it perfectly. I don't need to really do anything else. Now that created a line pattern in here. But this is where I can do another little thing to it. Go into the pattern option. Is a way, and well, I see here that there's two squares right next to each other that are exactly the same. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and change the value of this one. There we go. But now it's going the opposite direction. Let's go in here to the pattern, scale it up. I think it's a little too small. Okay, and then so I'm going to copy the height and width. In fact, what I'm going to do is make it 0.45 even. And then come in here to the pattern options. So that way it matches exactly. Okay. If I do row, I like row better. Wish you could do offset by 1 or randomize. That's okay. That's much better. Wait, now there's 3 colors the same. Damn. Arg. I have to be... Oh, wait. I fixed it. Okay. It's still patternish, but... I mean, what I can also do is duplicate this pattern, rotate it myself, and then this circular pattern that I have in here, get rid of by randomizing a couple of the colors out. So I'm going to exactly rotate that out. Oh. Rotate those two. Get them out of there. Rotate the 2 out. Rotate those 2 out. Now it looks like a little hourglass. Rotate those 2 out. It just helps me get a couple more. That won't work. That will work. It doesn't really matter how far the rotation is, as long as it's just 2 pieces. It's gonna work. I feel that's a little bit more of a random pattern, so I'm gonna replace the original pattern. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so now I've created the pattern. I still have like a hard... Oh, it's because I have the corners all the same. So I want to fix that now. Um, this one. Oh, now I got that one. Oh, now I got that one. Doesn't matter, like, every time I turn it, seems like I just got the same color. For some reason, that's better. Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and replace that swatch again. And yeah, that looks a little better. A little bit more staticky. Okay. I am settled with it. I'm not going to keep playing with it because time's ticking here. I'm going to get this line better and get that one better. Okay. So in the appearance palette, this is where, let's see, can you see that palette? Oh, you can't even see that palette. Oh, I better put it back so you can see it. Okay, now you can see it. Kind of. So I do everything in the appearance palette. What I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the fill. The lower fill, I'm going to make it black. I'm going to bring the stroke down under the upper fill. I'm going to make that one black. But I'm going to come in here, I'm going to round corners, and I'm going to scale up. So that's going to give me my first little edge. Then the lower one. Actually, what I'm going to do is delete the lower black. I'm just going to duplicate the stroke. Oops, I didn't mean to trash it. Duplicate it. Okay, duplicate. Now I'm going to make it slightly bigger. Not too much bigger. And then with it selected, I'm going to go to the effects panel, a little FX at the bottom of that panel, and I'm going to go to path offset, or not path offset, path distort transform. This way I'm going to get that 3D drop effect. So I'm going to leave the preview on. I'm going to go ahead and apply 15 copies. And I'm going to go over here to the move and do 1 pixel. So 1 px, 1 px. And there we go. The scale of my document was at 16 or 6 inch by 13 inch, so I had this pretty large. But there it is. I got that 3D drop effect. Everything's there. I'm going to hit Control K because I'm going to go ahead and turn on my transform everything. And then I'm going to scale this back down. I'm going to delete my original because I no longer need it. I'm going to go ahead and delete my original fills because I no longer need it. And that looks good. If you're wondering how to obtain a copy of this, I'm going to go ahead and turn this into a graphic style. So now, if I type anything, I did not mean to drag. I hate that it does that, and I wish there was a quicker way to get rid of this. Oops. Fingers would type. Alright, so there's a reason why I typed it that way. We're going to do a text that matches this lightning bolt. Nope. That was a more hard edge. Yeah, that matches the lightning bolt better. Okay. So if I scale it up to about the size that I want it, and apply the effect. There we go. Now, if I retype this, it doesn't matter. It will be formatted the same look as that text. So I'm going to go ahead and export this, and this will be a free graphic style. So, yeah, that's it. That's how you simply create a graphic style that... Did I say that to the desktop? Arg. Okay. Alright. This will be available on clipartgenius.com as a free downloadable graphic style. If you would like to know how to create it, just view this video. And if you have any questions, please reply to any of the comment sections down below the videos. Thank you.